Hello students, today we are going to see the physics of class 12th. So we have already done about the point charges, Coulomb forces, electric field, etc. Now today we are going to have the new concept and that is the concept of electric dipole. So electric dipoles. What is an electric dipole? So let us first have the definition. When two small point charges, no doubtly small means what? They are in microcoulombs. You know there is a SI unit of charge is coulomb, but when you can have smaller units also. Suppose you are having 1 microcoulomb. So it is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 coulombs. There is picocoulomb, that is 10 raised to the power minus 12 coulomb. So when we are talking about the point charges, that means they are very small, not 1 coulomb. They are either microcoulombs or, so these things are hypothetical. You cannot see with your naked eyes, but when you are applying the microscope, then you can see only. So suppose you are having the point charges and they are placed at a very small and they are equal and opposite. When two equal and opposite, suppose it is plus, it is minus, are placed at a very small distance. Suppose for the convenience we are taking 2a. A is any number, positive number, okay, positive integer. So 2a is very small. When two point charges are placed which are equal and opposite on one axis are separated at a very small distance 2a, then that whole system is called as electric dipole. So what can be the electric dipole? It is a system. No doubtly there are how many? Two charges. System of two charges, two equal and opposite charges, placed at a very small distance. This is the definition. Now for doing the mathematical calculations you are taking, so let charges be plus q and minus q, and distance between them is 2a. Then we are going to define another quantity. So suppose we are defining here electric dipole moment. That is important. Suppose these two charges are placed at a very small distance 2a. Then the product of magnitude of charge, so magnitude of both are same, into the distance, that is then the product of magnitude of one charge, किसी भी one or either charge, you can take any one, both are having the same either charge, and distance between them is called electric dipole moment. electric dipole moment. So what is there? Suppose we are writing it by P, then P is equal to Q into 2A in this case. So this is the magnitude of electric dipole moment. Now suppose you are required to find whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. So remember that it is all and it is directed from negative charge. So this can be written like this, and putting here a small vector, unit vector, where both are having the same direction, where P cap is unit vector from, always remember, from minus Q to plus Q. Suppose you are required to donate here, so P will be always directed to R. So this is the direction of either P or P cap. P cap is unit vector. So this quantity is called as electric dipole moment. Clear? Now what is the electric dipole moment's unit? Suppose anyone, so unit of this is what? Suppose we are required to find the unit. So unit of electric dipole moment. Unit of electric dipole moment is equal to what can be by the formula. This has no any unit because it is simply unit vector come here Q into 2A. So it is meter and coulomb meter. Okay. SI units we are writing. So it is coulomb meter. Now how can you define the electric dipole moment? So it is the product of either charge, magnitude of either charge and distance between them. And it is a vector quantity, remember, and it is always directed from negative charge to positive charge. Okay. Now, since there are 2 point charges in an electric dipole, so there is always electric field. Suppose there is an electric dipole, then they are point charges placed at 2A distance, so there is always electric field. If electric field of this cancels this, then there is no electric field, otherwise there is always electric field. So it happens when there is no electric field, it happens only when the distance is very large. So that's why when we were defining the electric dipole, so we took the distance that 2A is very, very small. Okay. So because of this there is an electric field, and because of this also there is an electric field, and both electric fields are having the net electric field. And it cancels out only when this 2A is very, very large. Okay. So our distance of the point is very, very large as compared to, we are going to see by the, so electric field due to an dipole. Suppose we are going to discuss this electric field due to an dipole. So there we are having the 2 points. When you are taking this, suppose this is a dipole, plus Q, minus Q, and so this line is called as axis of dipole. Axis of dipole. So when we are taking a point on the axis of dipole, then that is called as axial point. Point lying on the axis. Now line can be very large up to infinite. So if any point is situated on the axis, line of axis, then that position is axial point. And when we are taking this line is called as equatorial line. Equatorial line. So whenever we are going to talk about the electric field due to an electric dipole, then we are taking two positions of the point. One is equatorial position, means point is lying on this line which is perpendicular to the axis of dipole, and another is point lying on this. So suppose we are taking here first axial point. Suppose there is a point somewhere which is at r distance from the middle point. So always remember, distances are measured from the middle point of electric dipole, and it has whole distance. So suppose it is 2a, and the distance of point from the midpoint is r, and you are required to find the electric dipole on the axis. So let P be a point on the axis of dipole at r distance from midpoint of dipole. Okay, midpoint of dipole. So when you will take the distance, then always r is from the. Now what can be the electric field? So electric field due to plus q charge, you know, electric field is given as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. If k is there, put k, and that is q. What is the distance? It is r, and this is a. So it is r plus a whole square. Okay? And what is the direction? You know, for the point charge, it is away from. So suppose it is E1, we are putting direction. So away from plus q charge. Okay? So here we are pointing, this is the direction of E1. Why away? Because you know, it is always, we are taking test charge as positive charge, so it is away from the charge. So plus q charge. Okay. Now similarly for the negative charge, E2 is also equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught k, and magnitude is same, but what is the distance? R minus a whole square, and it is towards the negative charge E2. E2 is towards minus q charge. So be aware of the, so it is towards the. Now what is the resultant electric field? So come, therefore resultant electric field is nothing but equal to, suppose we are taking E now, resultant. So when you will add them, now see here, these are vector quantities. So when you are going to add, you will have to take care of directions. These are opposite in directions. So what will be the magnitude? That will be difference of both, because they are opposite. Now think which is greater. Here numerator is smaller, so this quantity is greater than this quantity. Here is numerator more, you know, in a fraction, when, denominator is more, then that numerator is smaller. So it is smaller as compared to this. So that is, suppose resultant electric field be E, then it is nothing but U2 minus E1. And it is smaller quantity. So now when you will put the values, what are you getting here? So let me write. E is equal to how much? E is equal to, when you will subtract. So this is common, so take common. Q is also common, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k, and here you are getting 1 upon r plus a whole square minus, sorry, it is minus first and plus is minus, so minus 1 upon r plus a whole square. Now calculate it. When you will calculate, what will you get? E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k. If there is free space, write k is equal to 1. It is equal to nothing but r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square whole divided by r minus a whole square r plus a whole square. Very simple. We are taking LCM. Now what will you do? Further solve that 4 pi epsilon naught k, and when you will square them, so squares will cancel out because squares are same. But this 2ar and here minus 2ar both will be added. So you are getting here 4ar upon this can be formulated r square minus a square, and that is whole square. Are you understanding? Not very hard. R minus a, r plus a is nothing but this, and square is already there. So this take either like this whole square, then this is equal to this and whole square, okay. Now take r square common. So when you will take r square common, so it is nothing but 4a upon r square will be taken out, then r raised to the power 4, r is here, so we are writing here 3, and here you are getting 1 upon 1 minus a upon r whole square, okay, whole square. Why we are doing this? We are going to take approximation. You know, it is a fraction where a is very small and r is very large. So whenever in a fraction numerator is very small as compared to the denominator, then its value is very small, so it can be taken as 0. So what is the approximation? Since a is very small as compared to r, therefore a upon r is approximately equal to 0. Very small value can be taken as 0, negligible. So what will you get? So put here E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and here this thing will be missing. So it is equal to, now let me write, it is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught k and 4a upon r cube. Okay, this is 0, so this is 1 square, so this will go out. This is approximately equal to 1 when you will put the 0. So this is the magnitude of electric field at a point on the axis of the dipole, and when you are putting the direction, then put the direction of p cap. P cap is unit vector, so this is nothing but this much, where p cap is unit vector along p, that is from minus q to plus q charge. Okay, so this is for the axial point lying on the axis of the dipole. Now let us have another also. Suppose we are taking the equatorial point, second equatorial point. So what is an equatorial point? I have already explained you. Again take, suppose this is a dipole plus q minus q placed at 2a distance, then this line which is perpendicular and passing through the middle point of the axis of dipole is called as equatorial line. So let P be a point on equator of dipole. Now I have already explained you that equator is nothing but line perpendicular to the axis of dipole. So suppose P is here, it can be here or in this side, no doubtly, and let us calculate the distance. Suppose it is distance r, it is already on the midpoint, so this distance is r. You are required to find the electric field at point P. So electric field due to plus Q, due to minus Q. So electric field due to plus Q charge, that is E1. E1 is nothing but equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K, and Q is there upon what can be this distance? This is R, this is hypotenuse, so it is nothing but A square plus R square, you know Pythagoras theorem, upon whole square. And what is the direction? It is away from the, so suppose it is E1, okay? E1 is away from the charge, so it will be away like this, E1, and E2 will be towards the charge. And similarly electric field due to minus Q charge is E2, and that is E2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q upon what can be, distance is same, so it is A square plus R square whole square again. Why same? This is A, this is R, so again the same distance, and it will be minus Q2 plus Q. So its direction is like this shown in the figure. Now you have to find the resultant electric field. Now you need this angle. Suppose this angle is theta, okay? So how can convert it along this axis? So this is theta, okay? Let it be, this is theta, then this is how much? This can be equal to theta, okay? Now resolve them in the same direction, okay? When you will resolve them, so it is nothing but E cos theta, and it will be, so let us, therefore the magnitude of electric field due to dipole net we are requiring. So E is equal to, since these two vectors are, so it is nothing but apply the parallelogram E1 square plus E2 square plus 2E1 E2 cos theta, where theta is the angle between the figure is required. So what can be this, put the value, suppose figure we are again making, because for cos theta you need the figure. So what was the cos theta? Theta is here, this was the position, this was E2 and this is E1. Now if it is theta, then since they are equal, this is also equal, so this will also be theta, okay? Both sides are equal. This is theta, this is theta, this is theta. Why? Because both sides are equal. So these are equal, then what will be the third angle? That is 180 minus 2 theta. Okay, just a minute. 180 minus 2 theta. Why? You will sum them. So this is equal to 2 theta. Okay. Now come here. So put here cos 2 theta. You know cos 2 theta, we can convert it cos 2 theta. Okay. So now put the values. So when you will put the values, it is q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k. Put k, or you can put without k also if there is, suppose that there is free space. So no doubtly there is no problem. It is equal to how much? We have already written q upon r square plus a square whole square. This whole square, again the magnitude is same, so q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k, q upon 1 upon r square plus a square, distances are same. When you will square, the square root will missing, so it is also square, and here also since both are same, so you are getting q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k and 1 upon r square plus a square whole square, and into cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is nothing but 2 cos theta, 2 cos square theta minus 1. Put the value of cos theta. You know, take the help of figure. This is r. What was the figure? This was r. So cos theta, this was r, and this was a square plus r square under root. So this cos theta is better. Put the sin theta. This is a upon. So this is a upon hypotenuse. A upon a square plus r square under root. So when you will put the value, what will you get? I am telling you just q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k 1 upon r square plus a square, take out common, square root will everywhere it is, so it can be taken also. Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k 1 upon r square plus a square, take common, and this is nothing but equal to 1 plus 1 plus square will vanish because there is square root, and this will be equal to 2 into this much. What is the value? Put the value a upon, since there is square, 2a square upon r square plus a square minus 1. Solve it. When you will solve it, let us do. It is not very hard, so try to understand. When you will, so it is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k 1 upon r square plus a square and under root 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 into solve it. So 2a square minus this, take LCM. So a square will be missing. So it is a square minus r square whole divided by r square plus a square. Okay. This is this much. Now what are you required? So you are required to take the value. Take common here r square, and here also take common r square. So what will you get? Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught k. It is very simple. So it will be 1 upon r square plus a square, taking common. So r square will be here 1 plus a square upon r square, and this is equal to 2 plus 2 into a square minus r square. So a square upon r square minus 1, and this is nothing but equal to a square upon r square minus 1 plus 1. Now take the approximation. Since r is very large than a, so a upon r is approximately 0. So it will be 2 minus 2. See how? This is minus 1, this is plus 1, this is 0. So it will be minus 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So whole electric field will be 0. So remember, it can be solved by resolving the vector C1, E2 also, that will be smaller, but it is better to have the difficult way, not difficult, that is safe. So you are getting this equal to 0, so you are coming to the result that on the equatorial line, equatorial line of an electric dipole, the electric field is always 0. Okay, so this was all about the electric field due to a dipole. Now, what are the examples of dipole? Why we are reading? So examples of dipole. When there are dipoles, means two small in the molecules, molecular distances are very small. So in the molecules, suppose we are taking 3 CO2 as 2O. Let us take 2. So in the carbon dioxide, you are having a structure like this, and these shared electrons come to oxygen, which is more electronegative than the carbon. So what happens here? You are getting like this. Here is electron coming minus, here is electron coming minus, and this becomes positive. So there is dipole, two dipoles are, but they are not active. Why? Because the electric field due to this dipole cancels the electric field due to, because they are parallel. But when they are not parallel, these are parallel in the case of CH2, CO2. So here this is non-polar. There is no electric dipole. Why? Because the electric field due to there is no electric field in fact. They are parallel, so they cancel out each other. Okay? Parallel and opposite in direction. But when you are taking the hydrogen, this water, then H is here, O, and this is H. So here they are getting small charges here, positive delta, and here is 2 delta minus. So in this case, the electric field does not cancel out because electric fields of two dipoles are not equal. And suppose they are equal, then also they are not parallel. So they are not cancelled out. So these are called as polar molecules. So in covalent compounds, you are having the example of electric dipoles. With the help of concept of electric dipoles, you can explain the polarity and non-polarity of the covalent compounds. Polars are those in which net electric dipole moment is not zero, and non-polar are those in which net electric field of the electric dipole moment, you can say net electric dipole moment is not zero. Okay? So this is because of the electric dipole moment. So these are the examples of the dipoles. Okay. So basically we are having the covalent compounds and we are explaining polarity and non-polarity with the help of electric dipole moment. When the electric dipole moments are parallel, then they cancel out each other and net electric field becomes zero. But when they are unparalleled, then there is always an electric field due in the molecule, electric dipole moment, and that is called as polar molecule. Okay, and if there is no electric dipole moment, that is zero net electric, then that is unpolar. Okay, now come to the fact that when an electric dipole is put in a uniform electric field, then what happens there? Suppose there is dipole in an uniform electric field. Uniform means what? Uniform electric field means intensity of the electric field at every point is same. What is the meaning of uniform electric field? Means the intensity of electric field is same at all points of the field. Okay. So suppose there is a field and no doubtly uniform. That's why we are making parallel lines. Means this is an uniform electric field, and a dipole is put in the, so it is plus Q charge and minus Q charge in the electric field. Suppose it is two-way distance is there, as usual we are taking. Now what will happen when it will be put? Think about that. So you know there are charges in the electric field E, then they will experience force. You know electric field was defined as F upon Q. So there is always force F is equal to Q into E. So here also you are, now it is plus, so it is, suppose in this direction, suppose it is in this direction. Or better, this depends upon the angle theta is here. So this is, suppose this is in this direction, then that will be exactly opposite to that. So there will be always two equal, I am writing magnitude QE. Since E is uniform, so magnitude of both forces will be same. So when an electric dipole is placed in an uniform electric field, then there is always acting two equal and opposite forces on the dipole. And so when you are having the two equal and opposite forces, then they are called as couple. So they constitute a couple. So what is the tendency of a couple? Couple always tries to rotate the dipole. So dipole starts rotating because of the couple. So you can say that when an electric dipole is placed in an uniform electric field, then there is always a couple acting upon the dipole which rotates the electric dipole. Now let us find the torque of the couple. So torque, when there is rotation, there is torque of the couple. What is the definition of the torque of couple? That is magnitude of force, either force, magnitude of either force, take any one, because both are having same magnitude, force into perpendicular distance between line of actions of the forces. So here between forces. Actually, we are taking the distance perpendicular like this. Suppose it is this much, so we are dropping a perpendicular here, so this distance is required. Now since it is theta, so this distance can be obtained, so it is nothing but 2a sine theta. It is perpendicular, okay? So this can be written as magnitude of either force is QE into perpendicular distance is how much? 2a sine theta. This is the magnitude where theta is angle between where theta is angle between electric field E and axis of dipole. Axis of dipole is nothing but a vector quantity. It is always taken in positive sign from negative to positive charge. So this is sine theta. Why sine is coming? Because we are taking the perpendicular distance, okay? So this can be written as, now come here, we are tau, magnitude of tau, torque is nothing but 2QE, 2A QE into sine theta. Now this 2QE, you know, this is nothing but equal to, but when you are taking the sine theta, so it can be, what is this? This is P, we have already seen, okay? It is P, magnitude of electric dipole moment, and it is E, and it is sine theta. P is where P is equal to 2AQ, magnitudes we are talking. This is called as electric dipole moment. So where P is electric dipole moment of the dipole. Now if you are wishing to have the vector, then this can come only by vector. So it is written as P vector P cross E. Why cross E? Because it is sine theta here, so when you are taking the cross product, so now it is defined as, so torque on the dipole, torque on the dipole in an electric field, in an electric field is cross product of P and E, okay? Is cross product of P and E. So it is the torque. Now what can be the unit of torque? It is a vector quantity, no doubtly torque is a vector quantity, and it is coming P cross C. It is 0 when, now when, if theta is 0, means what? Means the dipole is in the direction of electric field, okay? Then in that case, force will be, torque will be how much? Sine 0 is 0, so it will become 0, okay? And if theta is 90, then you are getting the maximum torque maximum, because 90 at the 90 degree angle theta, the value of sine theta varies from -1 to +1. Not only sine, cos also varies. So maximum value comes when theta is equal to 90 degrees. So when dipole is perpendicular to the electric field, then tau is maximum and it is equal to P into E. Okay? So this is the maximum and minimum. Minimum tau can be equal to 0, and it happens only when the dipole is in the direction of electric field. Basically, how will you, dipole moment is in the direction of, means minus q is here. Suppose you are taking the electric field like this, take the concept of direction. This is the electric field direction. Then what should be the direction of this? This is minus q, this is plus q. So this is now p is in the same direction. Okay. When it is put like this, here is plus q, here is minus q, then theta will be equal to how much? 180. So you are getting again 0. Okay. So in the direction or in the opposite direction of the electric field, when you are putting the dipole, then the torque is 0 because the forces are torque is 0. Okay. And what is the maximum? This is this much. So